right. So for this month, okay, part of the challenge I want to take, because seriously, I need money. All right, I need money to do one or two, and I just think that instead of, let's say you have $1,000, okay, let me quickly look at the funded account that 𝗘𝗅𝗰𝗵𝗵𝗀𝗀 is offering. So when you come to crypto probe trading firm, they have the demo and then they have the crypto stuff, the crypto trading firm. So let's do that and see what happens. So if I click on that option, they actually have two different evaluation. Two different evaluation right now. Where is that stuff? Two different evaluations right now. Okay, higher evaluation. I think, yeah, let's try that one. Where are the sale, the packages is what I'm looking for, not the questions, guys. Okay, not the questions. Okay, let's start with this. I think it should be that crypto trading firm also. Okay, yeah, look at it. Okay, so if you click on the crypto trading firm, you go to start trading demo. This is where it is, right? This is the option. So they have two different evaluation stages. Okay, number one is the two-step, meaning that if, for instance, on the two-step, I decide to buy a 100K account, I need to do, there are two different stages that I need to actually trade to be able to pass this challenge. The first one is that I need to do a 10%, and then the second one is I need to do a 5%. That is, in total, you're making 15% of that account you're trading with, and then they will fund you a live account that you can start trading. Okay, and then for the one-step challenge, it is just 10%. Just do 10% and automatically you pass. All right. The difference there is the pricing too. Okay. On the one-step challenge, you are paying almost $800, right? Let's say approximately $800, right? To get a 100K account. If it is a 25K account, you have $400. If it is a 50K account, $540. If it is a 10K account, $200. 5K account, $119. Then for the two steps, okay, 5K account is $89. 10K account, $160. 25, 350, and then the 100K account, 600. All right. So I'm going to try the one step. So the one step only requires me to do just 10% of my trading capital. And in this case, 10%, I want to do the 100K account. Okay. So 10% of the 100K account will be, what's 10% of the 100K account? 10% is 10,000, right? Yeah, 10% is 10,000. Okay, 10% should be 10,000 exactly. All right, 10% is 10,000. So yeah, that's what you are trading with. Now, when it comes to trading funded account, if you are not a disciplined trader, in fact, all of the accounts, like the 4 different accounts that I've bought in the past, it is stop loss. All right, not using stop loss. That was how I lost that money. So what it means is that if I buy this 100K account at 800, all right, and eventually I open a trade and I don't use stop loss within 1 hour, all right, I don't use stop loss within 1 hour. I think it's even 5 minutes. I don't put stop loss within 5 minutes. What happens is that the system will automatically disqualify you. It means that you're losing this account. All right, you're losing this amount of money that you bought the account with. So if eventually I buy this account, okay, and I pass by doing this 10%, the money that I used to buy that account will be refunded in full. All right, if I pass this and I get funded a live account, the money I used to buy that account will be refunded in full. All right, the money will be refunded in full. That's how these things work. Okay, that's basically how these things work. So the choice is yours. What I'm looking at, instead of, let's say you have 800 that you want to start trading with, now instead of just risking that 800, because there's a high probability that you could lose the money, right? You could get liquidated in one trade and then you lose everything. So instead of losing this whole money in one trade or in 2 trades or whatever, why not get a bigger account? All right, getting a bigger account means that if I was supposed to risk 3% of this capital, 3% of this amount as my capital, and then have a bigger stake, right? I can now raise 3% of 1,000 of 100K, right? So if 3% here would have given me, let's say 40, 50 or thereabout, all right? Doing that with a 100K account, I can now raise up to 3K in one trade, all right? So I want to say it's part of my challenge, all right? I'm just risking about 800 this month. If I fail the account, then guys, I will just take a break, okay, and then go for a sabbatical leave. Okay, I will just take a break and go for sabbatical leave. But what I want to do this time around is to make sure that Bybit allows you to preset. Whenever you want to take a trade, you can set stop losses and TPs before you even enter that trade, okay? Which is why I actually love the 𝗘𝗍𝗱𝗏 platform, because they integrate, if you go to the partners option, they integrate with Bybit. So it means that you have access to every asset that is on Bybit. Those are the tokens that you are going to trade. And we're already used to Bybit. So you are not going to be learning a new platform and the rest, right? So this month I'm risking this. I actually want to buy some things for my baby. All right. So I need money to do that. Right. So I'm risking this to buy this account. And if I'm able to grow the account, let's say I pass the account in a week or two, before the end of the month, I should be able to request for a payout. Okay. I should be able to request for a payout. I just need aside the 10% that I need to pass this account, I don't really need that much. I don't want to be greedy this time around. If I can do 5% before the end of the month after passing this account, if I can do 5% before the end of the month, I think that should be able to take care of one or two that I want to do. Then I will gradually scale that up as we progress. Okay, so that's what I'm looking at. And I'm going to be focusing on scalping. It means that if I have 1 hour or 2 hours in a day to trade, until I close all my trades, I'm not leaving the chart. All right. Until I close all my trades, I'm not leaving the chart. And what I'll be looking at is if I get a market that gives me 1 or 2%, I take that and I exit the market. All right. That's the strategy to implement this time around. Okay. And see what happens. For instance, grass did very well. For those of you who took the trade, I'm still holding that grass trade. Okay, you can see 𝗘𝗍𝗱𝗏 did well as well. Okay, I didn't share 𝗘𝗍𝗱𝗏 and the rest, but yeah. So let's see what happens. All right, let's see what happens. Another thing I can do is, instead of jumping from one token to another, all right, I'm going to just I'm going to be selecting just few tokens, at most 5 tokens, 5 different tokens that I'll be trading with. Okay, and I'll be trading between 2x leverage to at most 10x leverage. All right, anytime I just want to play around, maybe after making profit. All right, because the way this funded account works is that though 𝗘𝗍𝗱𝗏 slightly works differently, right? The fact that I have a 100K account doesn't mean that I will just see a trade and then go into that trade with half of this money, or even let's say if you divide this money into 4 places, that's 25K in one trade, right? Yes. Or go into a trade with 25K of this. Once they drop that, your daily drawdown is 5%. Yeah, your daily drawdown is 5%. There's a certain amount of money that you're not supposed to risk when you're entering that trade, right? So what I'm doing is, if risking 3% is here, then once I get this account, 2% per trade is okay for me, right? 2% per trade with a 10x leverage is okay for me. Okay, with my stop loss, I'll be mindful of the amount of stop loss that I'm using. This time around, I'm not using 5, 10. If I do a 10x leverage, there's no need to use like 5% stop loss. Okay, your stop loss should be around 2%, 1%, or 0 point something percent. That's basically what I'm looking at. All right, so I'm going to give this a try again, and I hope pray that this time around I'll be disciplined enough to maintain this account, pass this account, because it gives you, the beauty of this is that it gives you, I don't know, if you're not greedy, right, you have this account, Okay, if you are not greedy, you have this account. Even with a 10K account using a 1x leverage, if the market moves up by 2-3%, you're making 1-3% of 10K, right? And this platform pays you between 70 to 90% of the profit you make, depending on how good you are. Okay, depending on how good you are, it means if they fund you with a 100K account, and you do, let's say you grow that account by 10% or by 20%, whatever you grow that account to, okay, let's say 10%, which is 10K, 70% of that, 70 to 90% of that comes to you. But for a start, I think it's 70%, then gradually they upgrade you to 80, then gradually you go to 90. All right. So it means if I make 10K right here, 70 to 90% of that comes to me, and then either 30 or 10% goes to the platform, and you can continue to scale that. All right. If in a month you're able to double this account, the platform will look at your performance and all of that, and they will offer you the option to increase this amount, and you can scale this thing up to $1 million trading capital, right? Up to $1 million trading capital. So I'm going to give this a try again, and let's see how it goes, right? So what I'm risking for this particular month is about 800. If I fail this account, it means that I'm losing that 800. But if I manage to do 10%, I'm going to get a refund. And then at the end of the day, if I start now making profit on this, I will now request for a payout, and the platform will eventually credit my account with that. Okay. Yeah. So that's 𝗘𝗍𝗃 for you. They are, you trade on Bybit. For the evaluation, you start with Bybit demo, and once you pass, they give you a live account. After you made 1 or 2 withdrawals, they give you a live account. Okay, so I'm going to try 𝗘𝗍𝗃. I'll try the 100K this month, and I'm trying the 1-step. And if you don't hear from me again, it means that I fail, right? Because I will not be updating you. Those updates, it gets me. A lot of you will come to the comment section. You want to know the progress. If you don't hear from me again, it means that I failed the account. But if definitely I make withdrawals, I will definitely let you know, right? If I pass the account and I make withdrawals from it, I will definitely let you know. In fact, you'll be the first to know. All right, you'll be the first to know. If I make big returns, I'll do giveaway. Okay, if I make big returns, I will do giveaway. All right, so that's just what I wanted to update you on. If you want to join the challenge, you're most welcome. All right, you're most welcome. And for those of you who are within Abuja and the rest, we don't mind having you at the office. If you can get a funded account, we don't mind having you at the office. Okay, so we want to be dedicating 1 to 2 hours every day to look at the market and trade this particular funded account, right? If I want to play around, if I want to use 10x, 50x, 100x leverage, I can go, sort out for money to do that. But on this funded account, guys, I am as gentle as a dove, okay? And I want to use my head, because these people, stop loss, don't use stop loss. Enter a trade now. Within 5 minutes, you don't use stop loss. They have already sent you, somebody says love later. You receive it on your email. Unfortunately, you failed the account, and then you just be crying, you cry yourself a river. It's all right. So I will update you guys on the progress, and yeah, that's basically it. Okay. So this particular one now, you don't need to trade 2 times. You just trade once. You do 10%. You can do this 10% in a day or 2, and then you pass, and they give you a live account. All right. So let's see how it goes. Any question as regards that?
Hello, boss. Is it on the bonus level that they will refund you the capital, or when you pass the
yes
test?
Once you pass the test, as you're requesting for your first payout, you get refunded the amount you bought the account with.
Okay.
Alpha, what's the progress with your own? Have you passed it?
Boss, I keep pushing you, but this market, boss, this market they do me shaky. I swear. I don't know what's happening.
Yeah,
like
that is right.
Boss, this IP USDT. Check. I want to show you something. I want you to enlighten me on something on it.
IP USD. I believe that IP will still go back up. Okay. I believe IP will go a bit up. But let me just check.
They manipulate the market yesterday. I swear.
Yeah. IP is a new token, right? I guess.
They knew I was there. They knew I was monitor the thing.
They knew you were in the market, but
yes, now.
they were monitoring you. They saw you and then they started dealing with you.
15 minutes.
Hey. You see, they knew he was there. Can you imagine? You guys should be careful, okay? Don't always know. Okay, so you are looking at 15 minutes, right?
Yes, I want to.
IP is a new token. So, yeah, IP is a new token. So, where did you enter a trade with from? Moreover, we have a very strong support level right there.
I entered the trade at 5.3628.
Okay, 5.3628. You're looking at yesterday, right? Yesterday was 28.
Yes. This candle.
When exactly did you take the trade? Can you remember the time you took the trade? That will help me.
Hold on. And 8.
Exactly. So I'm right here, 8 a.m. This is 8 a.m. Okay. So you're looking at this level right here. That's where the market started moving.
Where is it?
So what you're looking at is
it's not there. It's not there.
So you took a long or a short trade.
Boss, it's not there. This second
you're looking at 8 a.m.
No.
Yesterday, right?
The second one. No.
This one.
Yes.
This one.
Yes.
This one.
Yes, sir. Okay, 10.
Okay, that should be around 10 p.m. This is around 10:11. Okay, but that 8 a.m. you're talking about, this is when the move started for that 8 a.m. It's around this area.
So when it moves, I know it will retrace back. So you see that place, that red candle, this red candle, that first red candle. No, at the 10 a.m. At the 10 p.m.
Okay.
The one, no. Yes.
10 p.m. Okay.
Yes, it's this red candle. Yes. So I think the market will retrace and click on it and go back up. So this candle, the next red candle, that body, go up. That liquidity, this thing. This small red candle, that green. Go up.
This one.
Go up.
This
that
one.
Is my entry.
This one.
That is my entry. Yes, this one that you are touching. So I know the market will
entering to the upside or to the downside.
Upside. I know the market will pass it and click on this demand zone. So this body, it did not touch the candle now. It did not touch this one. It just move.
So you entered a long trade around here.
No. At this one, at the 10 a.m. candle, 10 p.m. candle.
This one.
No, the down one.
10
the
p.m.
10 p.m. Yes, that is my entry. That red candle is my entry.
So it would have gone up well for you now. Did you were you stopped at?
It did not click it.
Okay, and then eventually, you missed the trade. It's normal now. It's better to miss the trade than to even lose.
They are team.
So they are team. Okay, so they knew that you were here, and instead of allowing your trade to trigger, they did not. And then
I knew that this red candle.
It would have been a good setup actually. 10% up there with the 10x leverage. That's huge.
If I'm using 20x. I'm using 20x. I know that this one, it
So
will
you would
clear
have
this
been up there
liquidity
200%.
because it breaks structure. I know it will pass through it. I click on this demand zone. Our boss is not click. Oh. Thank God that I now put my stop loss down this. The one that you first click 10 p.m. That 10 p.m. That's where I now put my stop loss. So the market now go. I was thinking that this market will still come back. I was thinking it will still come back. But they won't knock me. Now so the you see, as the thing can't click again, boss, as it can't click for a year, you see the thing later touch again. But you don't do waiting, I won't make you do already.
Yeah, it later came.
No, it's another can't click.
Anyway, you are. See, because what I've noticed that you always trade on the 15 minutes time frame. Okay, what it requires is that you must be on your chart and monitor what is going on, because there are moves you see. For instance, if you set a limit order and the limit order doesn't trigger, okay, once the market start moving in your direction, you can immediately enter the market. Enter with market order.
You don't know
right?
why
Which is what I'm actually going to be doing.
The reason why I don't enter with market order
okay,
is sometimes
you were waiting for. You're waiting for the market to come back to go and clear your level. Anyways, it is better you miss a trade than just taking a wrong trade that will eventually hit your stop loss or get you liquidated, right? If you miss entry, it means it doesn't make you. It's not as if the people were there monitoring where your trade was.
Okay. Again,
it means that the market has taken what it was.
But let me give you another sample they did to me, and they down they knocked me. They knocked me like $50. That is when I knew that this market, they are like this place, this angle now. It showed me that the market has clear liquidity. Where is the angle? Yeah. Where is it? Let me check.
Okay. Now, here is a scenario why you look for that angle. Okay, here is a scenario. This is the 15 minutes time frame, right? Okay. Yeah. Remember, once I brought up this chart, I said, oh, there's a support around this area, right? So there's a support around this area. You can see that we bounce from that support. Even if you check this to the left, okay, yeah. If I mark this with a rectangle, we can actually get support resistance there. But let's just focus on this.
The market don't later dump, and they expect the market to dump since dump.
If we focus on this level here where we have rejected and bounced up from, okay. If, for instance, you were waiting for another bounce from here, then maybe with your stop loss, for instance, if you set a limit order around there with expecting that this market will bounce from here, then you would have been taking out from here, right? You would have been taking out right here, okay? And another thing, if you look at this market right now, you see that the speed, okay, when market came down here, look at that. It went up to that area that we can assume to be a resistance. This one too went up that far, but this time around, it didn't go up that far. So if it's coming back to this level, you wouldn't just expect it to just bounce up immediately, right? But if it will bounce up, you wait for it.
But immediately I saw that it's not moving the way I closed it. I closed it with $2. I just closed the trade. So if I don't close it down, that's what the thing will knock me.
It's part of the scalping, right? It's part of the scalping. Moreover, if you have taken a trade around this area, okay, if you have taken a trade around this area and this market moves up right there, if you're a scalper, that's 5%. With a 10x leverage, you should have been up by 50% already. So if at 50%, you are not satisfied to take profit or even move stop loss in both entering, then I wonder what you are waiting for. All right. I wonder what you're waiting for. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, just take it easy. Okay. Yusuf, take it easy. Stop risking anyone that doesn't go where you just close your trade and take it easy. Always use stop losses on your ProFirm account so that you don't lose it. Okay. So any question as regards the ProFirm, is anybody having it in mind to join up and the rest? Okay. But if not, if you want to do the one step for 5K, You need about 120 USDT for that. So the choice is yours, guys. Let's see how it goes. I will update you guys as we progress. Whatever it is, I hope. Okay, I just hope and believe that this time around, we'll make another withdrawal. Okay, that will make another withdrawal. We'll share that with you guys. Okay, we'll get another payout and then we'll share with everybody. All right. So yeah.
Boss,
Any question as regards that?
Boss, look at the chart. What do you think now about it?
Right now on IP, right? IP, you don't need to do anything. Let me look at the higher time frame, okay? Yeah. If it is to buy, no, this IP is not good for a buy right now, okay? IP is not good for a buy, right? Yeah, but let me check. Okay, what are we looking at? I'm currently on the 4 hours time frame. So what are we looking at for IP is to look at my Fibonacci 2 and see what I should be expecting right here.
Exactly. That's what I just
So on the 4 hours, this is on my golden level, right? On the 4 hours, this is on my golden level. And what it means is that I'll wait for this candle to close. Okay, I'll wait for the 4 hours candle to close. So if I go to trading view and I look at that IP USD, because the candle is not showing up on Bybit, so let me check, and then we'll do 4 hours right here. Okay, so 4 hours candle closes. The 4 hours candle just even started, so it closes in 3 hours. It means that we'll wait for today's candle to close. That's exactly what it means. Okay, we'll wait for today's candle close. Exactly. So wait for the candle, today's candle to close, and that will give us an idea of whether we should be buying or selling, because what I'm looking for is a bounce from this golden level right here to the upside. And if I go to time frames like the 1 hour time frame, the next thing I'll be looking for right here, okay, for the fact, the first confluence is that it is on my golden level, okay, on my Fibonacci golden level right now, all right, which I've equally spotted a support around that area. So I'll wait for this candle to close. Okay, so one thing I'll be looking at right now, and then you can see that area to serving up as a resistance. You can see it clearly, right? That it was previously resistance around this area. Okay, we resisted, and now we want to see that area serving as a support. All right. So this way, right now, for this to be valid, the next thing I want to be looking at is the candle patterns. Right? I'll be looking at the candlestick patterns and see what happened right here. Okay. And my two favorite candle patterns are pin bar and engulfing candle. Pin bars and engulfing candle. Those are the candle patterns that we're looking at and see what happens right here. Or if possible, okay, to be on the safe side, you can go lower and wait for a break of structure to the upside. That is when you start looking for a trade. Okay. Yeah. So I don't know if that is clear. I actually took out my time to explain all of it.
Now I'm looking at if this candle close and break this 5.2058 level. So I want to short. I will short it at 5.4496. I will scalp it.
Yeah, that can still play out. Okay, that can still play out. But just wait for the candle close. The candle closes, and this 15 minutes candle will close. Let's see, 15 minutes. Yeah, we'll have 2 minutes more. 2 minutes for that candle to close. So, yeah, just wait and see what happens right there. So, scalping this thing right now. Let's see where your stop loss will be. Where are you looking at putting your stop loss?
My stop loss will just be down at 5.46232. I don't want to risk much money.
5.4632. So you're looking at, the market not going above this high, yeah, which
yes.
5.46. So with the 20x leverage, that's almost, be careful, because you may get liquidated before, stop loss. Okay, so you can target this high around this area in case market plays that. Maybe anything around that $4.6 level is a good, it's a good trade. Yeah, $4.6. Let's see how it plays that.
I pray
Let's see
it
what
will take this time because now it may not get there now and start moving again. The mad gone.
No, what you're looking at, I think there is an imbalance right here, which the market is feeling now. Okay, yeah, you look at this move here. I think is this imbalance here that the market is trying to fill, and then we have this other block down there too. So I believe
it's supposed to feel this since yesterday.
So since it didn't happen yesterday, exactly. Since it didn't happen yesterday, if this level here fails to hold, then we can see that market coming back down here. All right. If this level right here fails to hold, we can see it coming back down here. And then that 786 level could equally be another strong level to, keep an eye on. All right. So let's see how this thing plays out, and then maybe I'll join you to take that short trade as well. Going forward. Yeah. So it's all right. Let's just watch and see what happens. Okay. All right, guys. Do we have questions? Are you guys who is joining the profile trading account?
Hello, sir. Good evening, sir. Hello, good evening, sir. Boss, take that AI.
Please, if you are speaking, if you are using Bluetooth or something, you remove it so that we hear you. You can even hear that this thing is echoing. Remove Bluetooth or remove your earpiece so that we can hear you. I'm not really
Boss,
hearing
good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Boss, please let me check this AI 16. I want to check if I can long it.
What was the signal? The signal says what? The trade that was sent earlier, what was it about? Is it too long or too short? Did you take the trade?
I didn't take the trade, but I'm actually on a trade on it too.
Boss, it's cover
Which one are you now? Is it that you want to long it or
it's cover it? I think it will work this time.
The short trade, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'll short IP if I get it to that 5.2. All right. If it pulls back to 5.2, I'm going to short IP and then use that stop loss right there at 5.4. And then we see if we can take TPs at different interval, maybe around that $5 level down to 4.8 and then down to that $4.6 level. That's what I'm looking at. So if this comes back up to test that level, I'm taking a short trade right there. 5.2.
Yeah. That 5.2, like, do you think there's no liquidity in this IP? That means don't deal with the liquidity.
Liquidity to the upside, or you mean to the upside?
Like that 5.2 that you are targeting, I think it will pass there and hit this 5.3. That's what I'm thinking.
Even if it passes them, my stop loss is actually above at that 5.4. So it should be able to hold. If the market is going to go down, definitely I will still be in the trade maybe until it finally goes down. So
okay, sir.
Hello. I'm also thinking of.
So what are you looking at for the AI16Z? Are you on a long trade or you are on a short trade? Because right now AI16Z still needs to come clear. Yeah, AI16Z still needs to come clear the liquidity down there. So let's see what happens. If you are on a short trade, please hold. But if you are on a long trade, I think there's need to put stop loss, because if, for instance, we're looking at AI16Z coming down to that level right there, okay, maybe you're looking at a 10% drop from here, all right? You're looking at a 10% drop from here down there. And if you are using with a 10x leverage, you will get liquidated before this market gets down there. Okay, with a 20x leverage, your liquidation is just as close as this. All right. So except you are using a leverage like 2x, then you can maybe hold to see if this market eventually comes. All right. Let's say it comes and then bounce from there and go up. Okay. So keep an eye on this level and then keep an eye on this level. Those are the two levels I'm looking at for AI16Z. Okay. So it's either we'll get a bounce around this area or it comes down to that area and then we'll get a bounce. That's why you should be looking for a trade, okay, for a trade to the upside. All right, that's what I'm looking at for AI16Z. If you're on a long trade and you're using a very high leverage, you may not survive it, okay? In case AI16Z goes to 31 cent or even 30 cent level, you may not survive it. But if you're on a short trade, why not hold on to it, and that will play out and that will work for you. Okay? Yeah, next question. Okay, I thought someone else was saying something.
I wanted to ask about the grass airdrop. Is it still on?
It's still on. Grass airdrop is still ongoing. Airdrops are not, now for those of you who are doing airdrops, please, airdrops are not something you do today. Tomorrow it happens. So when you hear people say I made money from airdrop, they did not just join airdrop today and then the next. Even those who made money from the first grass airdrop, they started farming grass like since 2024. Is it 2024? This is 2025. They started farming grass since 2023, and the airdrop later happened sometime in 2024. So when you are doing airdrop and then it's taking longer, you get disappointed. At that point, when you are getting tired that you are no longer looking at it, just know that it is about to happen. So airdrops are not things that you do today, the next day happen. Airdrop can take up to a year, 2 years before you get it, 6 months and all of that. So is the grass airdrop no longer opening? Have you accessed the website that is no longer opening?
It's just like it's hard to get points on mobile devices. Like
Grass is now working majorly on the phone, on the desktop. Okay, the desktop application is the one they are promoting more now. It's very soon that phone option will even face that. So if you don't have a laptop, it means you will no longer participate.
Okay, no problem.
Boss, sorry, I just wanted to ask, are you going to drop the signal for the IP, the short you want to take?
Okay, I'll drop it now. Okay, so IP, whatever we're doing, we're actually using the 15 minutes time frame, right? And I told us that we need to wait for the 4 hours candle to close, right? 4 hours candle will close when today's candle closes. So keep an eye on it. So whatever we're doing here is with the 15 minutes time frame. So there's a high chance that this will bounce from here, and then there's equally high chance that it will go down. So if you want to take the trade, just take it here so that those who are not understanding what we are saying here, who are not here, will not just blindly take a trade and then eventually they start shouting. Okay, so if you want to take the IP trade, I'm looking at that 5.2070, okay, for entering, 5.2070 for entering. And then TP can be anything from $5 down to 4.6, and then stop loss is around that 5.4732. So that's what I'm looking at for the IP trade. All right. So, guys, I'll call it off here. All right. I think that'll be it today. We'll meet again tomorrow. Thank you so much for your time. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Good night and enjoy your weekend. Enjoy your new month.
Thank you. Bye.